The chamber fell silent as Ambassador Daisy Chen walked through the crystalline doors of the Galactic Council's war room. Her boots echoed against the polished obsidian floor, a sound that seemed impossibly loud. In the cavernous space designed to hold beings 3 times her size, behind her, Kai Martinez followed, carrying a data slate that glowed with an eerie blue light. The council members sat in their designated alcoves, each representing civilizations that had survived millennia. The Vraxian hive mind pulsed with bioluminescent concern. The Keltheran crystalline entities chimed nervously. Even the ancient Dravek, who had witnessed the birth and death of stars, shifted uneasily in their gravitational seats. High Arbiter Zexathal, a being of pure energy contained within a magnetic field, spoke first. His voice resonated through every translator in the room. "Humans, you have been summoned to explain the incident at the Kralnath border." Daisy stopped at the center of the circular chamber, directly beneath the holographic display that showed the aftermath of the battle. Debris fields, destroyed Kralnath warships, and in the middle of it all, a single human frigate, battered but intact. "The Kralnath attacked without provocation," Daisy said calmly. "We defended ourselves." Defended? The word came from Councillor Vornim, whose tentacles writhed with agitation. "You destroyed an entire Kralnath battle fleet, 17 dreadnoughts, 43 destroyers, countless support vessels. With one ship." Kai stepped forward, activating the holographic display. The battle unfolded in accelerated time, the Kralnath fleet emerging from hyperspace, weapons hot. The human frigate, the Defiant Spirit, barely had time to raise shields before the bombardment began. What happened next had shocked the galaxy. The Defiant Spirit didn't run. It didn't call for backup. Instead, it unleashed a weapons system the Council had never seen before. Kinetic railguns that fired at relativistic speeds, missiles that thought faster than quantum computers, point defense systems that created walls of tungsten death, and something else, something that had the Council members leaning forward despite themselves. Nanite clouds that disassembled enemy ships at the molecular level. "You used gray goo weapons," Zexathal said, his energy form flickering with what might have been horror. "Those are forbidden under 17 different treaties. They are weapons of extinction." "Actually," Kai interjected, adjusting his glasses, "they're not gray goo. They're highly specialized, programmable, self-limiting nanite swarms with built-in degradation timers. They disassemble military targets and then dissolve themselves within 48 hours. Completely different technology, semantics," roared Councillor Thrakmer, a massive being whose species had once conquered a quarter of the galaxy through brute force. "You humans appeared in the galactic community only 50 years ago, barely more than children playing with fusion reactors. And now you wield weapons that could threaten us all." Daisy met his gaze without flinching. "We've been fighting wars for 10,000 years, Councillor. We've made weapons out of everything: rocks, bronze, steel, atoms. We've split particles that shouldn't be split and harnessed forces that burn hotter than suns. Did you think we'd stop innovating just because we joined your council?" "The Kralnath fleet," Zexathal said slowly, "was considered one of the most formidable military forces in the sector. They have conquered 42 star systems. Their military doctrine has been studied for centuries as a model of efficiency. And you destroyed them with a single frigate." "Yes," Daisy said simply. "How?" Kai pulled up another hologram, this one showing the Defiant Spirit's crew. 23 humans, each one a specialist in their field. The Kralnath fight with hierarchy. Orders flow down from central command. They're efficient, yes, but they're also predictable. Humans fight differently." "How so?" asked Councillor Miri, her translucent form shimmering with curiosity. "We improvise," Daisy said. "Every human on that ship was authorized to make tactical decisions in real time. When the Kralnath adapted to our railguns, we switched to missiles. When they countered our missiles, we deployed the nanites. When they tried to retreat, we used their own tactic against them. We predicted their escape vector and had ordnance waiting." "Barbaric," muttered Vornim. "Effective," Daisy corrected. "Councillor, humanity didn't survive ice ages, plagues, and our own self-destructive tendencies by being predictable. We survived by being adaptable." Zexathal's form brightened, a sign of deep thought among his species. "This is concerning," The balance of power in the galaxy has been maintained for millennia. If humanity possesses such capabilities, then the galaxy is safer, Kai interrupted, drawing shocked gasps from several councillors. The Krellanath have been expanding aggressively for decades. Your council has passed resolutions, issued warnings, held debates. Meanwhile, they've enslaved populations and stolen resources. We stopped them, with one ship, Thrakmer repeated, his voice now holding a note of fear rather than anger. Daisy and Kai exchanged a glance. This was the moment they'd been instructed to handle delicately, the moment that would either secure humanity's place in the galactic community or mark them as a threat to be eliminated. Daisy took a breath. Councillors, I need to clarify something. When we say the Defiant Spirit engaged the Krellanath fleet, we need you to understand the context. What context? Zexathal asked wearily. Kai pulled up a new display, a star chart showing the human territories. Hundreds of worlds, all connected by trade routes and military waypoints. And then he zoomed out, revealing something that made every councillor in the chamber go silent. Fleet positions, thousands of them, spread across human space like a constellation of military might. The Defiant Spirit, Daisy said quietly, is a border patrol frigate. It's 43 years old. It was on a routine survey mission with a skeleton crew. We sent it to the Krellanath border because it was the closest vessel available. The hologram shifted, showing newer ships, dreadnoughts that dwarfed anything the Krellanath had built, carriers that could deploy entire fighter wings in seconds. And in the center, something massive, a ship that seemed to bend light around itself. That was just the first wave, Kai said, his voice carrying across the stunned silence. If the Krellanath had destroyed the Defiant Spirit, they would have faced our actual military response. What you saw wasn't humanity's strength. It was humanity showing restraint. Councillor Miri's form flickered. You're saying that was your weakest ship? One of them, yes, Daisy confirmed. Humanity learned long ago that peace is maintained not through weakness, but through the capacity for overwhelming force coupled with the wisdom not to use it. We don't want to conquer the galaxy. We just want to make sure nobody conquers us. Zexathal's energy form dimmed, then brightened again. The council must deliberate on this development. Of course, Daisy said, bowing slightly. But while you deliberate, know this. Humanity seeks partnership, not domination. We'd rather build ships that explore than ships that destroy. But we'll build whatever keeps our people safe. As Daisy and Kai turned to leave, Thrakmer's voice stopped them. Humans, what do you want? Daisy looked back, a slight smile on her face. The same thing every species wants, Councillor. To survive, to thrive, to see what's beyond the next star. We just happen to be very, very good at making sure we get to do those things. The doors closed behind them, leaving the Galactic Council in stunned silence. After 10,000 years of maintaining galactic order, they had just realized something terrifying. Humanity wasn't asking for permission to join their ranks. Humanity was informing them of the new reality. And somewhere in the dark between stars, the human fleet waited, patient, powerful, and ready to prove that the Defiant Spirit's victory was indeed just the first wave of what humanity could do when pushed. The galaxy would never be the same.